Plastic pollution in the world today. Hello, I'm Ethan Smith, and our team consists of Stephen Chacon, Lexi Flores, Kennedy Hines, and myself. We are going to present how plastic pollution has affected the world today and what course of action people should be taking to combat this truly wicked problem. Plastic pollution is notably worrisome because this waste is accumulating at an extremely rapid pace. In only 1 week, the United States produces enough water bottle waste from plastic to wrap around the world 5 times. Plastic pollution is extremely hard to navigate because it's deeply embedded in the manufacturing of products like toiletries and other daily used items. Therefore, plastic pollution has momentous effect on not only the environment, but also the economy. In addition, plastic waste will continue to destroy environments and work its way through the food chain, starting with the fish that eat microplastics by mistake.
Lack of education on plastic pollution, its causes, and its effects is the foundation for stakeholders being ignorant of their harmful actions. Many people believe that as long as you recycle, you are helping the environment, but some plastics are unable to be recycled, and there are many other actions that must be taken in order to resolve this wicked problem. Imagine how much better off we would all be if we eliminated the need for plastics in the first place by using biodegradable or reusable products initially. Education, especially from a young age, is essential in order to help people understand plastic pollution and their role in it. At a local level, elementary schools should be required to teach students about environmental issues, what common actions can contribute to these issues, and how they can be more sustainable and limit their carbon footprint. Other programs, such as Leave No Trace Behind, can be taught to motivate kids by teaching them how to responsibly enjoy the outdoors. A test can be given at the beginning and end of the year to monitor their progress. The education of the youth in Bali has exemplified that, armored with education and a goal, young people are the change makers of the future. In Bali, 2 teenagers led an initiative called Bye Bye Plastic Bags. After 4 years of educating the public and campaigning for change, public pressure led to the hesitant governor signing legislation to phase out plastic bags completely. Today, after their success in their own country, this initiative has been able to expand to other countries globally. The 2 teens have even gone on to speak at conferences and TED Talks to further educate even more people. Some schools already implementing youth education programs have found success in making learning interactive. As pictured, having children swim in pools with plastic waste and learning about the different types of plastic in a hands-on way has proven to be effective. Social media can be used as well to reach a global audience of many demographic groups. Posting reminders to the public of what actions they can be taking and using these platforms to educate people about up-to-date causes and effects would be beneficial in resolving this problem. Many initiatives gain support on social media because awareness can be raised almost instantly. These platforms can be used to invoke action and educate the public further on this issue. If people are more educated on the social, environmental, and economic aspects of plastic pollution, they will be less resistant to change.
Hi, my name is Stephen Chacon. I'll be talking about government legislation and how it plays into plastic pollution. Plastic producing companies are concerned in government legislation. There's a photo of some individuals trying to influence plastic pollution legislation. Plastic producing companies believe profit is a priority. Government regulation has a negative impact on their business, and westernization of developing countries and increasing access to plastic is beneficial. When it comes to implementing new government legislation, the norm is new large-scale actions can take decades to implement. Governments believe new policies can be expensive, especially if they don't eventually influence social norms and behaviors. Government legislation also lacks the passing and enforcement of regulation on production, use, and disposal of plastics. However, there is hope. With government interference, plastic companies could be motivated to make sustainable changes. Governments could fund research to make plastic more sustainable. Subsidies, incentives, and procurement programs could also be implemented to promote sustainable materials. Fines and taxes could be placed to limit production and use of plastic. Strategies such as incentives and disincentives are a way to help government legislation. Some countries in Africa have completely banned plastics. Australia, Europe, Central America, and South America have all focused on limiting the use of plastic bags, among other efforts. Asia has introduced legislation to restrict production and use of plastic. In the US, cities and states have regulation, and while some limit the use, others have implemented a ban on banning, so the production and use of plastic can remain limitless and industry is protected. Commercial ships are largely responsible for the amount of plastic and garbage in the oceans. The International Marine Organization has initiated the International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships, also called MARPOL, for the purpose of limiting accidental and routine pollution by ships into the ocean.
Plastic pollution can be very costly to communities. This photo is by the Natural Resources Defense Council, and it shows in millions the cost to clean up plastic pollution annually in communities in California. And you can see here that it costs upwards of millions of dollars to clean up plastic pollution, when the Natural Resources Defense Council found that education about plastic pollution and littering costs much, much less. And it's very easy to implement plastic pollution reducing actions into your daily life, like using reusable water bottles, using reusable cups, and reusable bags for shopping that you can leave in your car so you actually remember to use them. And you can even schedule community cleanup days to help clean up your community and create bonds and trust.